welcome to Sew Aldo. On today's tutorial, I am going to show you how to finish a V neckline with a neckband. Let's go ahead and get started. Now it's time to work on the neckline. So I'm going to measure the neckline all the way around. This is the formula for the length of the neckband that you will need. So basically just measure around the neckline and multiply it by 0.80. Now it's time to make the bias tape. So this fabric right here is on the bias. And then I'm just going to cut out a long strip of fabric that is the measurement of the neckband that I need, and it's going to be 2 inches wide. Now I am going to dovetail the bias tape. I folded the front bodice neckline like this so I can get the point of the V. Then I'm going to match the ends so I can transfer the dovetail on the other side or other end of the neckband, and I'm just going to trace it so I can easily see it. I am going to sew it just below the line that I drew, so about 1/8 of an inch. It's better if you are going to start sewing at the center, going down to the edge, so your sewing machine will not eat up your fabric. And next, I am going to trim off the excess fabric, as you can see here. So it's about 1/8 of an inch away from the seam. And I also did a basting stitch right along the V. It's probably about 2 inches right along that edge. And I'm going to notch it right at the center. After I press the neckband, it should look like this. And now it's time to attach it on the neckline. First, I am going to find the quarter points of the neckline. So I use the center of the front and back bodices and notch it. And then I kind of straighten up the neckline a little bit and I'm going to fold it. As you can see here, the shoulder seams are not always the center of the neckline. That's why I had to do it this way. And then I'm just basically going to fold it and I'm going to mark the quarter points using some pins. I did the exact same steps on the neckband. And now it's so much easier to match the neckline and the neckband together because I already marked it really good using pins. Now I am going to match the V of the neckline and the V of the neckband. So I want to make sure that they are aligned perfectly, and I'm going to pin it to secure. And then right after that, I am just going to match the pins. I was really nervous to mess up the V of the neckline, so what I did was I actually did a basting stitch right along the edge of that V, just as you can see here. That will give me a chance to see if the V is perfect, doesn't have any wrinkle or puckering. So yeah, if you mess it up, you can always just remove the basting stitch and redo it. It will save you some trouble if you do a basting stitch first. And then I'm going to serge the neckband and the neckline. I am going to stretch the neckband as I sew just because the neckline of the fabric is bigger than the neckband. So you want to stretch out the neckband. You don't want to sew over wrinkle or the neckline will look terrible. Make sure you smooth that out. Also, if you are wondering, I started sewing at the V. If you don't have a serger, you can totally do this on your regular sewing machine. You can use a zigzag stitch or a stretch stitch. After this, I attach the skirt on the waistline, and then close the side seams and finish the hemlines, and the dress is done. Neckline is just right. It's not too deep and it's not too high. I think it's just the right V shape for me, which I really love. Here is another V-neck dress that I made recently. If you want to watch this tutorial, I'm going to have the link at the end screen. That's it for today, and I hope you are inspired. I hope you learned something today. Don't forget to hit the notification so you will get notified whenever I post a new one. I will see you next week. Bye!